Let me know. All right, round 4 here at Mechanics Hall in Worcester, Massachusetts. Kelvin Price, undefeated heavyweight in the green and white. Low blow there. Kelvin Price 10-0 with 6 KOs. An undefeated American heavyweight, although Kelvin Price is 36 years old. Yesterday he said to us, I know I got to make my move now.
And Joe Rabotte's corner told him to get low and punch. That's a nice right hand by Kelvin Price.
Well, that had good power behind it, Brian, for sure.
If I was Rabotte, I would watch the legs of Price. Every time his feet cross, I'll move in and throw punches. Every time. He keep crossing the back foot. And that's purely a balance move. The minute he cross, throw something. Force him to move backwards.
It's a good point. And maybe that's one of the reasons his right hand has not been as effective as it could be. Because the way Kelvin Price can jab and the speed and length of that jab, he should be able to follow with that right hand and catch guys right on the button.
That shot that we have right there, you look at his right leg, the back leg. When he moves, he crosses his legs. He's not on balance to punch. And Rabotte either has not seen it or haven't been able to pick up on it.
There was a right hand by Kelvin Price.
Which produced a cut over the left eye of Rabotte. Nice right hand.
Looks like it's in a bad spot. The corner of the left eye, you see a trickle of blood coming down the left side of the face of Joe Rabotte. Well, the problem with Rabotte, he's in good shape, but he's taking that conditioning and he's just trying to last the distance here. And now he tries a little bit of offense.
Calm down, Steve. Calm down.
All right. I see blood, I get excited, Brian. Boy, that's a good jab by Price.
See, look at that distance right there. That's too big of a gap if you're in Rabotte's corner. He needs to be closer.
A lot closer. All the way in.
Well, he only needs to be closer if he plans on having some success.
Well, whenever a fighter gets cut, he can react a couple of ways. Sometimes they get more aggressive, sometimes they get defensive. Rabotte's been defensive so far in this fight. Oh, there's a nice counter left hook by Price. As we reach the end of 4 here at Mechanics Hall in Worcester. Round 5, scheduled for 6. Kelvin Price, 10-0. Kelvin Price, it's a familiar theme with heavyweights. He had only 1 amateur fight, started boxing at age 29. So when we say he's 36 and he's really yet to make his move, well, that's why. There's a big right hand by Price, right on the button.
That's about the 3rd right hand within this past minute.
And with the exception of a couple of counter punches along the way, Joe Rabotte has not really had the answer for Kelvin Price's tremendous length, fast jab.
I mean, I certainly think the length and the height has bothered Joe Rabotte. Although he didn't appear to be totally confused, I think the height confused him somewhat.
As we look at Kelvin Price here and project, the jab is there. It's going to be more effective or less effective depending on the opponent and his style, but there's got to be something with it. And right now I don't see anything with it to suggest that he can move up. Now he's only a 6-round fighter. He's got a ways to go, obviously. But at 36, you don't see him toiling in 6-rounders for too long.
I was just about to say that. With his age, he have to start to move a bit rapidly here. In the 5th round, we're in the 5th round. Obviously, he has control of this fight. He has his opponent under control. So you want to see him do some other things in there. Move on the inside for this round and fight on the inside. Rough Rabotte up. You want to see different things. We know you're tall. We know you're going to use a jab and keep the guy on the outside. go against the script and let's see what you can do.
Well, instead, Price is taking the approach of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and he's winning every round, and you can't blame him for that, but I don't know that he's opening up any eyes. And Rabotte too slow. I'm not sure what Rabotte was complaining about there.
I don't know. I guess he need help every way he can get at this point.
Maybe he was asking the ref for help because he missed a punch. I don't know.
But I think Kelvin Price have repeatedly extended, left hand without really committing to a punch. And Rabotte took exception to it the last time he did it.
Well, the referee did just mention it again to Kelvin Price. Not the first time he's warned him for that.
But it's simple. Rabotte gets inside. Price can't do that.
Well, Rabotte at no point in this fight has made any effort to get inside against the 6'6" Kelvin Price. We've gone 5 here at Mechanics Hall in Worcester, Mass. Another round in the books for Kelvin Price.
Sixth and final round.
Okay, referee Michael Marcel would have them touch gloves. 6th and final round of this heavyweight contest. Kelvin Price has had it his way. Joe Rabotte trying to be a little busier this round with the jab at the start, but kind of difficult to envision him winning a jabbing contest with the 6'6" Kelvin Price.
And I'm not saying this is the case, but if you're Rabotte, you don't want to automatically assume since the guy's tall, he's going to jab, he's going to out-jab you. And we've seen a lot of tall guys fight, short. So you can't automatically assume you don't want to get into a jabbing contest with him and not jab. I mean, it's a moot point at this stage of the fight because it's the last round. Rabotte needs to throw everything out the window, just get inside, get close, and just try to fight, as his corner instructed him to do.
Well, Kelvin Price in the big picture again, because we know he's going to win this fight, but his problem is Joe Rabotte's been stopped 11 times in his 16 losses. And Kelvin Price, outside of the good jab, it really hasn't shown that much power. The right hand hasn't landed with any regularity, Brian. And correct me if I'm wrong, how many left hooks have we seen Kelvin Price throw?
Maybe one.
And how many body shots?
The body shots. That's allowed? I don't think he knows it's allowed.
A lot of good fighters with long jabs like to jab to the belly to change the view of the opponent. And it makes the right hand that much more effective, and the jab too. But
that was one of my best punches, jab to the body.
And you were a tall fighter for your weight class, so there you go. But Kelvin Price either hasn't learned that punch or isn't trying it. But in fairness to Price, he's fighting an opponent in Rabotte who's been moving most of the fight, has not come to him at all.
Yeah, I think Rabotte took the counterpunching approach, but he haven't even counterpunch effectively. We had some of the boo birds coming out, but as you said, Kelvin Price, if he could win this fight just doing that, then fine. Well, I've never seen that. Rabotte dropped his mouthpiece, picked it right up, and put it back in.
And Price, very showing good sportsmanship, did not choose to hit him. Yeah.
Now, question for you. Rabotte picked his mouthpiece up and put it back in his mouth. Why did they take him to the corner to have it rinsed off?
I guess, you don't want a dirty mouthpiece, right?
Well, Rabotte heard 10 seconds. He's fighting now.
Maybe Rabotte thinks this is a 10-round fight, but it's not. It's only a 6. And boy, does that not tease you? And you want to say, where was that aggressiveness for 6 rounds from Joe Rabotte? We'll be back with the decision after this word.
Well, for the duration of the fight, Kelvin Price stayed on the outside. He threw jabs, consistently jabbed, landed some jabs here and there. Anytime Rabotte made effort to move forward, Kelvin Price stuck that jab out, kept him at a distance. The entire fight was fought at the range that Kelvin Price needed to be fought at.
All right, we've gone the full 6. Kelvin Price and Joe Rabotte here at Mechanics Hall in Worcester. Let's go upstairs to our ring announcer and make it official, Diamond Dave Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action here at Mechanics Hall, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judges Roland Milton and Ken Volovic both scored this bout 60-54, while Matthew Regan saw this bout 60-55. All for your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, Kelvin Price is right. Price.
So there you have it, Kelvin Price. A shutout on 2 cards. One of the judges gave Rabotte 10 points in one of the rounds.
Split it even.
And Kelvin Price advances to 11-0 with 6 knockouts. And Joe Rabotte drops to 11-17-1 with 3 KOs.